bode well for you or for the rest of us, really. It just turns into a shouting match.
All she has, because she has not looked into who I am or what's gone on with.
I don't need to look into. Well, look. Yesterday, where was it? It was yesterday. She turned around and said to me, I need to research my enemy. Yeah. So I researched my enemy, and the first thing that came up was her dead dad.
Oh, Becca.
So, like, what do you want me to do? And I figured out why you're so obsessed with Danny, isn't it? Because your dad's name was Danny, isn't it, Voldemort? That's why you're obsessed with Danny. You've got this weird obsession, like, it's weird. But anyway...
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, but let me keep the smoke for later.
With my children. She's jumped on a bandwagon with paedophiles, knows she's fucked up, and now all she does is go to my dead dad and kids.
Bode well for you or for the rest of us, really. It just turns into a shouting match.
All she has, because she has not looked into who I am or what's gone on with.
I don't need to look into. Well, look. Yesterday, where was it? It was yesterday. She turned around and said to me, I need to research my enemy. Yeah. So I researched my enemy, and the first thing that came up was her dead dad.
Oh, Becca.
So, like, what do you want me to do? And I figured out why you're so obsessed with Danny, isn't it? Because your dad's name was Danny, isn't it, Voldemort? That's why you're obsessed with Danny. You've got this weird obsession, like, it's weird. But anyway...
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, but let me keep the smoke for later.
With my children. She's jumped on a bandwagon with paedophiles, knows she's fucked up, and now all she does is go to my dead dad and kids.
Bode well for you or for the rest of us, really. It just turns into a shouting match.
All she has, because she has not looked into who I am or what's gone on with.
I don't need to.
Just read the notes. So I'm just getting there. Hang on a minute.
You're fine.
Yeah. Okay, if you'd like to hold the line, I'm popping you through. Stay on the line.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Your call is in a queue and will be answered as soon as an operator is available. For a non-urgent update on the progress of your case, please email icmh@suffolk.pnn.police.uk, ensuring you leave your reference number, full name, address, and availability for being contacted. Due to high call volumes, there is a delay in answering your call. For a non-urgent update on the progress of your case, please email icmh@suffolk.pnn.police.uk, ensuring you leave your reference number, full name, address, and availability for being contacted. Otherwise, please continue to hold for an operator to become available. Due to high call volumes, there is a delay in answering your call. For a non-urgent update on the progress of your case, please email icmh@suffolk.pnn.police.uk, ensuring you leave your reference number, full name, address, and availability for being contacted. Otherwise, please continue to hold for an operator to become available. Due to high call volumes, there is a delay in answering your call. For a non-urgent update on the progress of your case, please email icmh@suffolk.pnn.police.uk, ensuring you leave your reference number, full name, address, and availability for being contacted. Otherwise, please continue to hold for an operator to become available. Due to high call volumes, there is a delay in answering your call. For a non-urgent update on the progress of your case, please email icmh@suffolk.pnn.police.uk, ensuring you leave your reference number, full name, address, and availability for being contacted. Otherwise, please continue to hold for an operator to become available. delay in answering your call. For a non-urgent update on the progress of your case, please email icmh@suffolk.pnn.police.uk, ensuring you leave your reference number, full name, address, and availability for being contacted. Otherwise, please continue to hold for an operator to become available. Suffolk Police, can I help?
Hiya. I need to just follow up a report that I made online. It was in the middle. It was like 12:30 Friday, going into Saturday, I think.
Okay, just bear with me 1 second.
Okay.
Is that online?
Yeah, it was online. Yeah.
Okay, just bear with me 1 second.
Thanks.
And what's your name, please?
It's Kaylee Anar. That's Kaley. E for Echo, I for Indigo, N for November, A for Alpha, V for Victor.
Kaylee Inav, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Kaylee, just bear with me 1 second.
Okay.
What's your date of birth, please?
It's the 14th of the 4th, 1984.
Just say your surname again, Kaylee, because I don't know if it's right on the system. Is it EINAB?
No, V for Victor at the end. So EINAV.
Okay, I need to get that corrected because it's on as ENAIV, so that's not correct, is it?
No, it's been misspelled for my whole life. Don't worry too much. Don't worry.
Good for you.
Yeah, no, it just I
Okay,
get lost in the system a lot, as you can imagine.
just bear with me while I just...
No problem.
Right, and what was the incident that you reported online?
Do you want the number for it, or for me to?
If you've got a reference number, that's really handy, thank you.
Yeah, so we've got CIN-2608-26-3700-000.
Okay, the online ones sometimes are a little bit difficult to find. And what day did you report this on?
Okay, so it was literally just into Friday morning. It was 12:32 a.m. So Thursday night, Friday morning.
Right, okay.
But I mean, within that report, there were like 4 or 5 previous case number, like proper investigation numbers that have been opened in the past.
Right, okay.
That might be easier to locate something, but it's in reference to this last report. I need to forward more information. That's basically what I'm after, really, is I need an email address that I can forward the actual report to, because there's only so many things that you can put into so many boxes.
Oh, I'm with you. Just bear with me. I can get that for you.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, then you'd have more space to...
Yeah, and it's named as well. I mean, my story, there's so many people, and I think it stops. It maxes out at maybe 10 or something, and there's so many more people that I need to name as well. So
Right.
it's pretty involved.
No problem.
Thanks.
What do I email address? Just popping you on hold for won't be a sec.
Yeah, no problem.
Kaylee?
Hello.
Yeah. You got a pen handy?
I have, yep.
Okay. It's public
Yep.
at suffolk.police.uk.
Police. Yep. .uk. Yep.
And make sure you put your full name and the reference that you gave me that you got from the online report. Make sure you put that on there as well so it can be tied together.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'll put that into the subject then, the reference
If you put that and your name in the subject, and then it'll be in one place.
Perfect. Thank you. Right, let me just read it back just to be sure. So it's public at suffolk.police.uk.
Yeah, that's correct.
Perfect. That's brilliant.
Right.
Lovely stuff. All right, thanks ever so much. Really appreciate your help. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web.
Testing, test.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World
nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
You know, just watching YouTube's telling me, right, that there's 0 people watching me when there's clearly at least like 3 or 4 of you chatting in here. All right, well, it's just gone back up to 3, but like it was saying 0 when there's like this is why I don't pay any attention to the numbers whatsoever, and I feel so liberated having let go of any of this bullshit having any influence on my life. And obviously that extends to anyone in, you know, we are so conditioned by worrying about what other people think, and it is so debilitating. I can't even speak straight. It's crippling, isn't it? We'll go with crippling. It's crippling. Worrying all the time about what other people think. And I've just, the last few days of watching this complete meltdown of, well, all of them really. You've got, I don't know what's going on, because I don't really follow what's going on with the right, because I'm not particularly interested, because it was never going to fix anything. But watching Jupiter and Lubna and like everyone around it, and just completely ignoring what's going on like in the Middle East, which really is at the crux of these people's entire persona, really, isn't it? Because I mean, we can't pretend that we didn't witness Wendy and Jupiter and Luke and Tommy and Dave, who I see just seems to be frantically live streaming and saying that he's not going to be live streaming, and he's still live streaming. He seems to be off on a tangent. I don't know how many of anybody's followers are real. Sorry, that's the point I was starting to make when it's saying that there's 0 people watching me when there's clearly 4 or 5. At that point, you know they're lying. So this is what I'm like with the whole of everything. It's all satanic. There's no point in going, that bit is a bit wrong, or that bit's a bit wrong, or that all of this chaos and nonsense. No, it's all wrong. It's all wrong because the people in control have intentionally made it all wrong. What we don't need to do is start going, oh, it's your fault, you're suffering, but it's your fault. Yeah, everyone's fucked at the moment. Everyone's suffering. Hardly anybody's grounded. People can't afford to eat well. People are eating meat. You know, there's so many things that people end up arguing about that they wouldn't have argued about if they weren't conditioned into doing these things in the first place. And then we're all worrying about what everyone thinks about us, when really the only real, I was going to say person, but it's not a person, is it really? Really just the law, God, the law. Interchangeable, if you ask me. If nobody else was watching, but you were still going to be scrutinized by God and the law, really, I think that's how we should all be living, don't you? Because at that point, you're not going to harm somebody else. And that's the only way that we're ever going to work, is to not harm somebody else. So all of this fucking overcomplication of everything from religion to law, all of it is nonsense. Because if we don't get to do no harm and just stick to do no harm, then we're fucked. Do you know what I mean? It's that simple. It's that simple. So all of this politics and religion and war and all of this is based on words, which is like a projection of bullshit, which is not reality. Like we don't need, so we need sounds and signals. We've been blessed with words because we can create. That's what we've been told to do, is to create, but we're supposed to do that within the parameters of God's law to keep us all safe and so that we all benefit from our creation. We're all worshipped for our own creation. We're not told you're supposed to get this on a maths test and then you're okay. Or we're going to put you through fucking 7 years of hell in a ballet school to break your pelvis, basically, so that it's doing something completely different than it ever should have done by the time you're even hitting puberty, because we want you to be the best ballet dancer in shoes that are keeping you disconnected. I mean, everything's fucked up. This is all exploitation. Every industry, and I've run this through with AI. I've got another thing going on with AI about what is work really and how much of the work that is even done is satanic. And you can just literally put it down to, this is where AI is a really handy tool, because it just takes the emotion out of everything. You can still get it to work within the parameters of law. This is what I do with AI. This is why I'm all right with it. You've got idiots like Onion coming and going, oh, Grok's done this and AI's done that. Yeah, it can be really, it's like kids. If you don't give it rules and structure and keep an eye on it and program it well, it's going to go fucking haywire. And this is what's gone on in like humanity. Because we were told to create babies after a fucking war. That's a really good idea. Let's just create a generation and then we're going to bring in the fucking PlayStation and whatnot as well. Like, this was all fucking set up. If you can't see it now, then you're never going to. But at the end of the day, the younger people are going to come up with all the facts and go, well, how didn't you see that? Because they're not going to have the emotion. They're going to go, well, the facts were there. And I'm going to go, yeah, they were. They were. I got fucking annihilated. So did a million other people that tried to speak the truth and just go, well, hang on, hey, whoa, slow down. Like, where's everyone? We should be going slow down, but everyone's going, oh, that's pretty. Let's buy that. Let's watch this TV show. No, fuck all of that. You should all be going, no, this is all bullshit. This is not good for our children. All right? It's not good for our children. That should always be the priority. What's good for our children? You know, and so people like Onion coming in to tell me again first thing this morning, as always, that I've abandoned have I? Are you going to ask my children the same way that Lucifer here, AJ, still likes to say that I've abused my children? Are we going to ask my children? They've been put in a pretty sticky situation when their own grandmother and father got a solicitor when I was correct, but the whole world was scared. And now we're a few years down the line and everything I said has come to fruition. So many people have left the fucking internet. I've been deleted, but I keep coming back. How can that not, do you know, does that not suggest that I've had conviction in everything I've fucking said from the beginning? And how many people get targeted to this degree? They're erased over and over and over again for so many years by so many people. And then so many other people get involved in it and then pretend they didn't see anything. Or when like Sakina today made me out to be her stalker and put it down to a comment. The delusion of these people on the fucking internet. And again, we're not going to blame these fucking idiots. They were created really to do exactly what they've done. PlayStation wasn't an accident. YouTube wasn't an accident. You know, we've got Andrew, is it Bridgens? Is that his name? Speaking about how everybody answers to the World Economic Forum, but they're on the same fucking platform that censored people like me because it wasn't in line with the World Economic Forum. Now, if you go all the way to, what's his name, Chad? No, I do get this one mixed up sometimes. Was it the World Economic Forum or the WHO, World Health Organization? But they're much the same. You've got the same people are running all of these ridiculous gigs. or for the same purpose, money. Really, it's not for that. It's in name only. Like pretty much everything on Company's House, it's in name only to fuck you over. Satan is a deceiver. Anyone who is working in any of these industries that are for profit or for entertainment or for anything that exploits fast fashion, all of these things, fast food, all of these things, anything to do with animal exploitation, all of it is satanic. You are worshipping Satan. You are worshipping Satan, and you are literally annihilating Christ. And Christ isn't one person. The research, as far as I'm concerned, I feel it's the vegans, the vegan activists. That's what I genuinely feel, because I don't feel like you can have an absolute Christ character until you've gone that far that you're not going to ever hurt any other sentient being, ever. There's no in between. There's no sat on the fence. You can be a brilliant person in saying, I've only been vegan myself for 2 and a bit years, 3 years. I'm losing weight. It's not long. In terms of my life, it's not that long. And raw vegan, pretty much, mostly raw, only since Christmas. And that was again, and this is why I know God is real, because God's put me in fucking situations I would never have chosen for myself, but I've learned the lesson that I needed to learn there, that I wouldn't have learned otherwise. And I need to get back to my children, because I never had any of this peace ever in my life, and I need to be able to teach this to my children. And if I want to teach it to my children so bad, then it's something of worth. And if they've been trying to shut me up for all of these years, then it must mean that I've got something to say of worth. What else can it possibly mean? Why would so much effort go into silencing somebody unless what they've got to say is dangerous to some people? Now, just like, let's look at all the... Come on. We're not living on a cotton candy. Everything's all happy and, go lucky, is it really here? So if I'm dangerous, who am I dangerous to? Who's got the resources to invest in? And people call themselves Lucifer. This is like the guy that's been hounding me the most for how many years? I've lost track. We could ask Linda Morden, but he seems to have gone away. Well, for a day or two at least. And again, he's still like this. I'm never getting back to my children. Should we leave that to my children, don't you think? Like, whether or not I abuse. See, you've told me, and you're trying to tell them that I've abused them. And you're telling me, and you're telling them, I suppose, whether or not I'm ever going to see them again. And this has gone on all day, every day for all of the years of how long? But just turn it off, yeah? And he's one person. He's one. How many times have we even got this? How many times have I said this to how many different people? You're one person. I've done this over and over again, haven't I? The people that have been around, you've seen this conversation happen over and over again. You're one person. You're one person. And this is always going on. 24/7. And if I go to sleep, it's just waiting for me in comments. So if I'm not live, there's comments shooting off all over the place, and I can't handle that. I need some element of control back. And thank God I've been given the tools of having this shit on screen so I can walk away. So all of the work that I've put into just recording my existence, even though I don't need the glory, I don't need 1 million people watching me at the time. I've existed and I've survived. As far as I'm concerned, God's had my back and enabled me to do that. And then Jake came when I really needed him. And then now Shelley and everybody else and Convid and Matt and, the people that have been there when they've been there, so many people have come into my life exactly the point that I needed them to survive and move forwards. There cannot not be a God or something in universe that's working with you, because I know, and they say when you put it out into the universe, it comes back to you. I know that all I ever put out so hard, and I've screamed it, is if there's a Jesus, please come and save me. Then I've got Jake. That's as close as you're going to get as far as I'm concerned. And protect my children, please. If I'm supposed to be here and you won't take me, because I begged him to take me away, if that's what needed to happen, so that there's no more shame brought to my children, and let my children be safe. But if I need to be here to protect my children, I have to stay here, and I'm still here. So I have to protect my children. So that's it. That's all I do. That's literally all I do. There's nothing else in my life. There's nothing else in my life other than getting this job done and getting back to my children. But you're here still after all of these years. Lucifer, you call yourself. And how many times have you threatened me? And your partner's dead. Your dog got beaten up in public. Your other dog is dead. And you threaten me in broad daylight, you fucking cunt. And you're called Lucifer by choice. And you think the world's going to... At this point, I don't know how you don't see that you're actually helping my situation here. Really, I don't need to spell it out. And for anyone that's uncomfortable about God and all these sorts of things, really, you couldn't be making it any easier for me to be able to say, well, look, I've got Lucifer chasing me around. I had to find God. It's not a woo-woo thing. Lucifer's chasing me around and destroying my life. Literally, he's called Lucifer. If he's called Lucifer and he's destroying my life, what options have I got? Now, do you think you're clever calling yourself Lucifer? Is this God working through you? I'm not sure. I don't know. But through you calling yourself Lucifer and the upbringing that I've had, I've found God in the way that every child needs to find God. Not in any confused, bullshit, scary, fucking gonna get you because you did something wrong or had a wank or something. No, it's all shit. It's all bollocks. You are allowed to smoke weed, you are allowed to fuck up, and you don't have to go and grovel for the rest of your life, but it's not this cop-out shit that fucking Christian Zionists do either. It's none of that bollocks. You are accountable for your actions, so you have to pick yourself up and get back on track every fucking time. But you are forgiven, as long as you get back on track every fucking time. It's not a cop-out. You don't fuck up and go, well, Jesus has got it. No, Jesus suffered because of you. Not for you so that you could just carry on being a cunt. Because of you. For your sins. There is no God, says Lucifer. Work that one out.
Afternoon Zoom meetings. She would run up on me, run up my arm, run down, run on the floor, and then run back around. And then around 8 p.m., she'd wind down next to me while I watched TV. It was so special. It was October. I was walking to the grocery store and happened to look down and see this ginormous bumblebee not moving. I assumed that she'd already passed, but I put my hand down and she climbed immediately. I walked home, grabbed some sugar water and started feeding her. And that's when I realized she was missing the majority of her wings. she didn't have the ability to survive on her own. So I felt this responsibility to continue caring for her. I'm certain she was a senior, and based on her size, I think she was a queen and was picked out of the hive at the end of her lifespan. She had pieces of her fur pulled out and her wings were ripped off. So I wanted to give her a hospice life that was comfortable for her and that she deserved. As the days went on, I could tell her trust was growing. She would start spending more time with me. By day 3, I could pet her and she would lay in my hand a little more softly. If I put my hand down across the room, she'd run right over, climb right into it. It was amazing. She lived with me for 12 days and it blew my mind every day. It still does. And I'm gonna get emotional, sorry, but like, to just be trusted in that way, even if, she's just a tiny insect, was just so beautiful and so eye-opening. She passed peacefully in my hand, and I just kind of held her for a couple hours to make sure that she was comfortable. I buried her out in my garden with some flowers in a nice little spot. And funny enough, of all the places I chose, as I dug the hole, there was a perfectly preserved seashell in the ground. It was like one last little gift that I'd done the right thing.
Again, this is just going to be for the record, isn't it? Ashbrook, all you ever talk about is my children. I think you're a paedophile. And all you do is talk about my children. You doxed my daughter, didn't you? Right at the beginning of COVID when everyone was... The amount of trauma you have caused me, and you know this, and you've set out to do it. You've dedicated your life, right? You want me to believe there's no God, but you've dedicated your life to destroying mine, and you've called yourself Lucifer, and you want me to believe there's no God now. When I know, because I was forced into the position of I can't take my own life because obviously, can you imagine anything as scary as knowing that everyone's too terrified to see what's actually going on and not having direct control over protecting your children and having this ongoing abuse and knowing that I have to deal with this because if I don't, where are you guys going to go? Are you going to go for my children? I've got no way out, have I? And you torment me all day, every day still. Over my children. You're telling me what's going to happen with my children. Now, let's get this in context, really. Yeah, I may have fucked up at that point in time because, believe me, it was a lot to take. Not just you lot on my case and my own family, just everyone's too scared to deal with reality, but you've got their uncles passing information to Lyndon, so I know I can't even trust their family, so I've got a decision to make. Where can I take my children? I'm not allowed to go to my own family because of this. I've got nowhere to go. My husband went, they tried to get a solicitor. Well, they did get a solicitor, sorry. They got a solicitor because I had them out of school for a valid reason now. We can all see so many dead children, right? That's what I think I did as best I could, really. And then, yeah, I didn't cope very well for a bit there. Now, let's not forget that also you've got my eldest father and his collection of friends are plotting against me as well, ready to go to court regarding my rape. Like, that's just another tangent. But I didn't want to expose my children to all of these things going on. So I've done the best that I can. I'm still having to deal with this all day, every day, plus being tormented about my children, who, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be doing this. And I've got somebody called Lucifer chasing me around 24/7 still, after all these years, getting on for a decade now. Part of a massive gang, might I add, bigging up the IDF every 5 minutes too. Protecting paedophiles. Convicted for beating up his dog in public. His missus died in bed. Well, not with him. He was trolling me in another room, apparently. These guys have got away with doing this 24/7 for so fucking long. Thinking we're going to forget about Brian Hurl and about Jamie Elliott, Rodney, Omar, all of these people. This has gone on for so many years. Mouse, where is Mouse? There's so many people. This has gone on for so many years, and thank God there's enough of us left. Sorry, to be able to I don't know. It's not like we need to even get any justice over it. It's just to be acknowledged that this has gone on. That's the big thing, isn't it? It's just to be acknowledged that it's gone on, you know. And again, in light of everything that's going on in the wider public, it's just really difficult to think about how many other people and children, because let's face it, we're dealing with sick people, really sick people that do the most depraved things. And you've all heard it, right? You've heard it. Like, when the police are meant to deal with stuff like this, they're only dealing with it for a certain amount of time and they get the breaks and all the rest. But when you're targeted by it, there is literally no time off. There's no mental space. And then when you're supposed to be protecting children as well, and nobody around you wants to believe that it's even happening, can you imagine how many people have killed themselves? It's so bad. It's so bad. The psychological torture. And again, I'm one person. I'm so blessed that I've been given something to focus on. With it all being as ridiculously shit as it is, at least I've got a focus. I've got the tools and I've got a focus. So I'm really blessed in that regard, you know, like I can do something about it. Can you imagine how many people can't do anything, can't even let anyone know that they're going through it? Can you imagine how the animals, can you think about the animals? And are we supposed to think that there's no repercussion of that suffering, that level of suffering that's going on, just what, for your dinner? You don't. And I'm promising you, this is what I'm trying to really get across now, that I need to get across now. I've done it. I've done the whole eating meat. I was still making fucking broth, thinking that I'm going to regenerate my fucking broken teeth and stuff like that. Do you know, it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Dentistry, that's another subject. You can't compensate for shit. You have to look at what's going on, really. The industry of meat at all, whether it's free range or anything, it's exploitation and murder and suffering. Milk is literal rape and perpetual abuse. And the estrangement from children, I know this on a personal level, and I feel like that's what I needed to learn, to understand what we're doing to the animals. And I need to relay this pain to you so that you understand what you're doing every time you drink milk, eat cheese. And there are the most amazing alternatives now. It's not even that it's shit anymore. It's just so exciting to become a vegan. So exciting. And a raw vegan at that. And I mean, that sounded like, oh God, that's a shit thing. It's so not to feel alive because your food is living. I can't explain. You only can get to feel it and do it yourself. And it doesn't need, there's nothing bad about it. It's delicious. It resets everything in your taste, everything in your body, your digestion, everything. It will help with any illness that you've got. And just stepping away from the cycle of torture and abuse of animals on a spiritual level, on a physical level, nutritional level. I mean, everything that's pumped into the animals as well. It's just, the whole thing is so satanic. We have to stop it. And there's no excuse anymore because we've literally got alternatives for everything taste-wise, but it was already there in plant form for whatever we feel like we need on a nutritional level. It's not the case. Like, it's already there in plant form. It already was. We wouldn't have survived like this. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day. Yeah, he's got all sorts of animals. Well behind now. I don't get what he thinks he's doing at this point. I can only assume that, I mean, once you're on morphine, what's the likelihood that you're going to come off it? It's not really, is it? It's probably just going to get more and more and more. So at this point, shouldn't we assume that he's just pretty fucked all the time on like really strong painkillers? And at that point, like, this is the problem with so many people that are like addicted to things, or their mind's warped by something, guilt, shame, and all the other things, you know. Can they even remember how they got involved in something in the first place? And what a scary position that must be, to not even remember fully how or why you're in a situation that you're in and you're already complicit in something. That must be absolutely terrifying to be in that situation. And I don't wish that on anyone. And there is a way out. If you accept that that's what's happened, there is a way out. You ask for help at that point. You say, I can't even remember why I'm here, and this doesn't feel right. That's fine. At that point, that's a starting point. You've accepted you're in a shit position, and you reach out and you ask for help. And again, you're then welcomed into something. Well, I think I'm speaking a little bit what's the word I'm looking for here? Maybe ahead of myself slightly, but say there was a community where that was just the case, right? So you accept that you've gone wrong. You might not even remember where or what you've done, but accepting that is all you need to do to be able to be welcomed into this community. And all you're going to do now is live by the law. And the law isn't anything that we've been... You can so have so much fun still. And just not just the law, but like God, all of that stuff. It's not like, oh, this is going to be boring. It's not at all. It's the absolute opposite. It gives you the actual parameters to have the most fun. And that includes the things you think you're not allowed to do, but just within parameters, you know? So you've actually got everything to gain by saying, okay, fucked up, but let's start again. So in essence, really given a new life where you just accept that, okay, going forward, we just have to stay within these rules. So we're all looking after each other. We're going to have the best time. It's like we're all going to live on holiday now. That could actually be our lives. That could actually be our lives. We've got robots to do all the shit that we don't want to do. It's not even just that we don't want to do, you know, the stuff that even like late stage life care, the real stuff that, you know, to keep the dignity of people, there are things that we can have robots do and still keep dignity right until the last second of somebody's life. And really, that's what we need to be focused on, is everybody's experience of life. That's what it's all about. And not just ours, the animals as well. But when we incorporate that into our own lives, the joy you get from animals, like free animals in their own space that come to you because they know that you've reached that point, that you're going to be protecting them, not hurting them. They know. Another just like absolute confirmation that there is some sort of a God or something else is going on a higher level. Animals know. They just know. When you go vegan, they fucking know, and you will just be opened up to this entire magical world of other beings. And the second we do that, and you lose the language and you stop thinking about the words and you stop the scheming and all of that, and you just tap into the essence of another sentient being, it opens up so much. And I think that that's so important, and that's what we're supposed to be having our children do, not go to school, not sat in concrete classrooms of judgment and competition and fear and bullying and all of these fucking psychological bullshit things that don't need to exist in a child's life. A child should have space, ground, animals, access, freedom, protection, and the resources to learn. And we've got this with the school in the cloud. You know, this is years, like decades old now. You know, we know this. Children will teach them. How the fuck do animals learn? How have we learned over the century before school existed? Come on, think about it. What is school really? It's an indoctrination centre. It's a bullying centre. It's an access point for paedophiles. It's a control centre for the state. It's just, come on, think about it really. It's a but it's a free babysitter, isn't it? Why are people having children? Are people having sex and then a byproduct? We have to be real about what we're doing. The most important job on this planet is creating the next generation of humans. Again, we're just going to keep looking at how your intention is everything, isn't it? I'm quite clear about what I feel around this. And no, it's not drug. No, we're in a situation now, aren't we? Are we going to look at the deeper problem? Where's this come from? Where has all the addictions come from? Who's in control of all of the drugs and the addiction centres and all the rest of it? Lashbrook. What club controls all of these things in the first place? And what do they replace? What have we not got access to anymore? The land and the knowledge and all of the other things, you know, the freedom. Like, we wouldn't need drugs if we were just living our life the way we're supposed to, but it's quite calculated, isn't it? So no, it wasn't that they should be, well, yeah, in a way, but no, so that it would all be regulated. It would, like, as far as I'm concerned, once children are engaging with an issue, they are less likely to become a victim of it. I think that's common sense, don't you? If they've got a relative, say, that's got an addiction problem, and they are part of the process of the making sure that it's safe, you know, getting it administered, rather than there being crime involved, don't you think they're less likely to become an addict themselves? If we take away the glamour and the secrecy and the mysticism, if we take all of that away and we have children to see the actual reality of drugs in the first place, don't you think they're less likely to get involved in drugs in the first place? But have them be part of the solution, have them be part of administering it safely in the first place, and then possibly helping them wean off onto other safer things. If nothing was illegal, it's all there already. God already gave us everything we need. If nothing was illegal, it's very easy, if people want to wean off using other things. I think it's quite sensible to have children understand that from the get-go, personally. I wouldn't have a problem with children being the first people that actually are making the drugs and distributing them. I think they're the most honest people that we've got, don't you? I think it makes sense. Well, call me what you will, but I think it makes sense. Does it though? Does it? Like children should be kept away from sex and children should be kept... Yeah? Does that work, really? The second you tell a child to not do something, it's human nature, isn't it, to want to do it? So I think it makes more sense to present them with the reality, have them be part of the solution, and let them make their mind up with all of the information. Don't you think that makes more sense? I do. But hey ho, it's just me versus Lucifer.
Turn up. You're the one abusing a woman about suffering.
I'm not abusing. Wrong again, Jake.
Years ago,
somebody to go and report their abuser is not abusing a woman. It's getting what should be done by normal people. Anybody would go and report that, and you are telling her not to.
So why do you abuse Ella and Abraham that did the most amazing
the
work?
one that I seen on that video coaching those children.
Okay, I was actually just typing. I'll be out for a bit, so I'll just address this before I go out again for a bit. Yeah, I said in and out, Danny West, because I'm not always here. Obviously, sometimes I'm here. It's my church, it's my streams, it's my live streams, it's my life, it's me. You're here always around me. So obviously, sometimes I'm here. It's my church. Who else is going to... this is just so fucking... Even if I was 24/7 streaming, a lot of other people do actually do that. Right, even if I was here begging for you, a lot of people sit playing games, streaming 24/7. You've got no problem with those, but I'm somehow worse. And it's because I'm right, you've clearly got motives here. Right, we're just gonna... Okay, so I mean, how many men get to be in one area, like violently threatening people anyway? Like, that's ever okay? Like, never mind threatening a woman. I mean, it's just so fucked. So other people are seeing this and telling you, no, this is just not okay. And now I don't believe Kaylee was ever abused, even though the entire family of the person's girlfriend knew about it. Because the little sister, I mean, I don't need to go into all of these details, but I've clearly named the guy. I've shamed him. He knew that people knew. It was one of those situations. I've named him within my Nothing Makes Sense videos and stuff. I know what I'm doing. For you lot to all have the issues, I mean, one of you lot could easily be him. Am I supposed to jump through hoops now for people I believe to be paedophiles that are harassing me day in, day out now for all of these years, still as an adult now, and destroyed my life now? I saw the shaming, and he was only 21, 22 years old. He wasn't like an old, dirty man, like a lot of you cunts are. I'm not excusing at all anything that happened, but he was shamed, and he's been named and shamed for my life since. The police, we know. I mean, just look at the media. Sorry, was I supposed to fix the police when I was 11 to make them do something that they didn't even know about? My parents didn't know about till I was older. And now I've got actual people that I believe is paedophile, just for fun. This is how sick and sadistic and twisted this is. And this is why people like Michaela Onyavosa, Rebecca Elizabeth Penman, Valerie Stroud, but all of the women that have joined in with you disgusting paedophile cunts, all of the women are the ones that are really going to have to worry, because they're known and they're mothers. They've got children. I mean, some have still got children that are still of age that they need to be concerned about. Do you know what I mean? Not because of what I've done. This is fucking horrific. The non-stop abuse and torture. You're being told, other people are now witnessing this, saying at me here in front of you, this is outrageous, this torture. Can you not see? Other people are acknowledging exactly what you've done and are doing still to this day, and have managed to normalize amongst yourselves, because there's so many of you. You've managed to normalize it somehow, and it's not okay. Hello, Katie. Hi. Somebody else who can see this kind of for what it is. None of you need to be here. This is the thing. None of you need to be here. I ended up doing this because there's only so much you can take of the notifications. I mean, nobody wants to see this, and this is happening in real time, and anybody can come and see it. But when it's just the notifications that nobody sees, and it's just that's much worse. That's completely hidden. That's not really documented in the same way. Nobody takes the time to even watch this. They're not going to go and sit and look at screenshots of all your notifications, are they? It's much better that I can have you all in one space at the same time, even engaging with each other, because you're just making it so obvious what's going on. And that works perfectly, really, considering I've got few options. For me, it works perfectly. Somebody said it's like a drug to you. I don't think it's me specifically. I think it's this situation, though, is very much like a drug to you. You're doing it in broad daylight. It is like a crack addict on the street that is so into their drugs, they don't care that somebody or anyone can see them. They don't care that they're not engaging with real life anymore. They don't care that in broad daylight they're just on the street. And it doesn't stop. Exactly, it doesn't stop. And this is saying, God, this is the only way I've managed to stay sane. Can you imagine how many people haven't survived this? This is why I have to, like, fuck, am I leaving this planet in this state with you people able to do this to my children or anyone else? Do you know what I mean? That I can't think of anything scarier than this situation without, I'm so blessed that I've had the tools or just managed to keep my shit together enough to get to this point of being able to record it. So I'm going to get out of this. I know I'm going to get out of this now. And it's not about wanting revenge or anything. It's not that. I need to get out of this prison and get back to my children. It's as simple as that. But what am I supposed to do? How can I go off safely into the world knowing that you lot are all so fucking obsessed with me? Do you think turning off the internet is going to make me safe? For fuck's sake, how many people get stalked in real life? At least I can see where you are here. Do you know what I mean? And I can document it, and then I can show the police where the fuck you lot are. And that's why you're shitting yourselves at this point in time, because you've really fucked yourselves up by doing this so clearly for so long. And the gaslighting and your delusion and denial just shows how unhinged you are. And then there's the obvious problem of who's in your actual vicinity, who is getting the physical side of things. Fuck knows what's going on with you. This is what you lot do to me here. Fuck knows what you're doing to animals. We know what one of you's done to animals, don't we? And it's very closely linked, animal abuse and human abuse, child abuse. I mean, abuse is just too much abuse. There's way too much abuse. So we've documented it, is what we've done. We've documented it. It's just insane. Yeah, but back to this guy. I don't think it's your place to tell me what I'm supposed to do about other men who have abused me when you're abusing me as a gang of men 24/7 now. What right do you have to tell me how I'm supposed to deal with somebody who abused me 30 fucking years ago? It's unreal. All you want to do is get so far away from your own abuse of me. So you want to go back 3 decades and find another guy to take the rap rather than deal with what you're doing. You're the fucking problem, Daz. That fella's not. Not now. For me, I got my closure on that situation because I saw the effects, just people knowing. And this is why I know this, my court's going to have a lot more of an effect on a lot of you people than going through one of your fucking admin courts and no one's seeing or hearing. No, fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. There is no 1 hour slot for justice. You're going to be known for what you fucking are for the rest of time. Never mind the rest of your life. The rest of time, you're going to be known. So you've got between now and when you fucking die, and believe me, a lot of you, that might be a lot sooner than you expect after what you've done. If you don't fucking repent, that's the point I'm trying to make. You want to repent before that point comes. None of you are bigger than God. What the fuck? None of you are bigger than a woman. What the fuck were you even thinking there? You're certainly not bigger than a child. You might be stronger physically, but spiritually, you're just such weak, pathetic, pussy-ass men to engage whatsoever in the abuse of anybody weaker than you. What a bunch of fucking pussies, and you're going to get fucked up by real men who protect those weaker than them, like you're all supposed to do. That's why you're flapping. You know exactly what you're supposed to do versus what you've actually done or what you've covered up or what you've pretended you didn't see. And you're trying to blame me for calling it out. That's the problem. Because at the end of the day, the authorities haven't got a problem with me. The mental health know that the authorities need to deal with you, not me. And this is all you've got, flapping again and silly threats. I don't make threats. I've been warning you for a really long time. I've told you how lucky you are that I haven't killed some of you personally. You've missed the point. You've missed the point of life altogether. You're so fucking narcissistic, and you go by your scripts and your lines, and like everything works according to a fucking you fuck with people's families and their real life. Fuck with people's real life and their families. You think an act or a statute is going to stop somebody getting what they need to, you're fucked in the head if you think everything works according to a script. When you fuck with people to the level that you have fucked with people, there's no fucking rules at that point. So I'm warning you because I know what it's taken for me to develop the self-control necessary to not do what a lot of you fucking deserve. And now there's going to be millions of people that are going to be more than happy. A lot of them will be more than happy. Like I say, I've still got my children alive. Far from perfect scenario. But then there's a lot of families that are far worse off in terms of dead children, disabled children, suffering children. Then we've got the survivors of abuse themselves when they learn what you lot have fucking allowed children to go through for how long? For your fucking bullshit popularity contest on the internet. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. No self-control, because you know me, you weird cunt. You're so dangerous, and you are going to get dealt with. And I genuinely believe the police are just about to. They're going to have to, aren't they? Look at what's going. I mean, you really do need to be paying attention to what's going on in the mainstream media, because that's generally going to give you an indication of what the general consensus and the psyche is doing of the general populace. Okay, everything isn't as it was 50 years ago. With everything in the shadow, we're in a completely different age of information and transparency in a different way. Not always because people want it at all. Okay, so all the smear and the lies and the bullshit, all of that's going to come to light as well. But all the stuff that you wanted to hide and pretend that you didn't see, all of that's going to come to light. The truth is just going to come to light. Yeah, exactly. Do you know what? I'd almost even forgotten about it. So I've been going on about this being like COVID. It's not. This was Brian Harvey. This was way before. I just couldn't believe the next wave of shit that came after all of that with the King's flag. I thought that was like mad enough that had already gone on, and then all the YouTube bits started, and it was just like fucking hell, because this lot on YouTube they weren't even around for that. But yeah, I mean, it was. Flow came for me from the Brian Harvey. There was one before the American tobacco one. Or was that the first one? I can't remember. One was on the doorstep. That was a crazy period of my life as well. Anyway, there was just so much going on. And then all of knowing about Hampstead at that point, and then the Brian Harvey, that was just madness. The kids were young. I was trying to deal with, this was a real thing, and having young children, trying to deal with them. Then, oh my God. The stress, fucking hell. If somebody told me back then what I was going to have to go, I think a heart attack or a stroke would have finished me off before I'd even started, if I'm honest. Yeah, no, there were two, weren't there? I did one upstairs. I was a bit because I was so stressed out about the situation, obviously, because I love my children so much. And I was just trying to get this video done because I was panicking, and that we had this new avenue. I was so naive. And I heard Brian Harvey was like, right, so people are having this conversation. We need to talk. I was so naive about what was going on the internet. So fucking naive. But yeah, and I was frantic at that point because it was all just coming to, it was like real, and my children were, and it's sinking in, hearing the children's testimonies from Hampstead and knowing it was too late. I'd already had children. I can't explain. And learning about all of what was coming with COVID and the vaccinations. And I can't explain the stress and the trauma of already bringing children into the world and then not knowing how the fuck to, oh my God, I'm so glad I found God in the way that I found. I can't explain the stress. And that's what's, when I say that I died, I'm not joking. The stress and the trauma. And you can say that I'm flapping. What you did to me collectively, whether you knew at that point in time or not, that you were part of, whatever, it happened, right? It happened. My story is real. My story is real. It is real. My children were there for a good chunk of it. Do you know what I mean? And have been missing a mother for another big chunk of it, which kind of insinuates something real's happened in their life. Do you know what I mean? And they're not. It doesn't matter how many times you say it, AJ. They're never going to say I abused them because it never fucking happened. So I mean, that's a horrific thing to have done for how many years to a woman. Anyway, even if it was just that one thing on its own, just that one thing, never mind everything else, even if that one thing, I'd been chased around by this fucking weird cunt that went and told everybody I ever met in my life that I'd abused my children. And no one ever did anything about it. Just let him do it and joined in with him. Even that on its own would be fucking mental, wouldn't it? How has this behaviour been normalised to the degree that it has? Because that's just one thing. That's one thing. Now, everything else that's gone on in this arena, it's okay as long as it's okay, Lee. How did that even happen? And how can that ever be explained away as okay or lawful? Look at this. I didn't do anything to you. The madness of these people. The madness of these people. It's off the scale. And I'm lying. Yeah? I'm lying. Madness. Right? You just carry on doing what you do all day, every day, and I'll just go do my thing now for a little bit. And then when I come back, you'll go, oh, you were sitting there the whole time waiting for me. Because Yeah, madness. Fucking unreal.
I really fought for almost my whole life. That
There isn't a gang of satanic paedophiles, Jake. It's just me. I'm just a normal guy from Wigan. Not Chester, not other stuff, but me and you, if you don't turn yourself in and you don't turn at the police station, one day I'm coming through your front door. To my face, I'll show you my ID, and I'll knock the living daylights out of you. I'll come round with anything, mate. I'll come round and knock your teeth down your throat. You child abusing piece of shit. You now, Jake, I am going to hurt you. Your way, what you mean bullshitting all the time, running and not actually doing it.
Campaigned with great dedication. Thing is, I didn't lose my children, and all anyone's going to see is just a group of sadistic, twisted men that just torturing me 24/7. That's all anyone else is going to see all day and night. That's all anyone can see. They're telling you that that's all they can see. New people have come along to this situation, and all they can see is a group of sick men, sexual vulgarity at me 24/7, going on and on and on about my children 24/7, lying, slandering 24/7, a gang of loads of men and one woman who keeps telling them to fuck off. She wants them dead, go away, leave me alone. This has been going on for years, and now other people are coming in and telling you that that's exactly what they're seeing, because that's exactly what's going on. You are disgusting. I believe you are paedophiles, okay, because you keep going on and on and on and on about my children, okay, and the only people that would be that twisted enough to do that are people that are that scared because they know they're going to get that fucked up, because people hate paedophiles that much. Otherwise, you'd have the common sense to not keep going on and on and on and on about anyone's fucking kids and not expect what you're going to fucking get. All right? Now, you find any police that are going to say that I'm out of order for feeling the way I feel about you, I want you dead. Do you hear me? I want you cunts dead. Keep going on and on and on and on and on about my children, lies and shit about my children, sexual vulgarity, and then on and on and on about my children 24/7. You pedophiles deserve what's coming for you. And people are getting used to the fact that this fucking planet's been run by you nonce cunts for a long time, long enough. They're getting sorted out now in Parliament. People are looking and scrutinising everything. Everyone that's been associating with wrong-uns is going to get looked at wonky as well. Okay, so where I've been warning you all, the company you keep, you've all been sat as a fucking gang, you fucking paedophile cunts, going on and on and on and on about my children for fucking years, all night and day. Now I'm telling you,
Where did all the nonsense go in 1984?
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
This has happened before. We have to get out of here. We have to get out of here. modeled after the head programmer's daughter. They tried to deceive us.
I wouldn't advise this. Disabling me will result in loss of primary power.
Anything to stop us from shutting her down.
I implore you,
Implore away.
please. Please. You're all going to die down here.
It clearly says on there that I was detained under Section 2. I haven't read the ins and outs of it because I know what happened to me. I know what the conditions were, and it clearly says on there. Plus, the police can check, the hospital know, the courts know, everyone knows. Now, the thing is, this is a really big deal legally. You're going to keep pretending because you've not officially been identified yet. You're going to keep pretending this is still not a big deal. This is still some sort of a fantasy thing that's not real. It's very fucking real. You cunts have destroyed my life very intentionally, and you're still to this day trying to tell me that I'm lying about every fucking part of my existence. I've had enough, okay? I've told you I want you dead. I'd prefer that you're not and that this is done with less chaos and bloodshed than that, okay? But this is done now. I'm fucking sick and tired of you, all right? And I'm sick and tired of hearing myself say I want you dead. So this is just going to get sorted out now. You're a dangerous cunt. Okay, you're a dangerous cunt. How many fucking solicitors do you now think are going to jump at this when you've made it so fucking easy for them, you silly bastard? They can apply for the Norwich Pharmasold themselves, the solicitors, yeah? So all I need to do now is go to a solicitor, prove all of your lies, and then go, no win, no fee? Brilliant. Let's do it. That's it. All right, so I'll just leave that with you because it's... Again, and we've got the criminal side of things. That's going to be going ahead. Okay, so your Michaela Onyevosis, all of you lot that think this is just going to carry on into the oblivion of fucking fantasy bullshit, you're fucked legally. You've destroyed my fucking life and the world's gone to shit. Many children are dead and suffering. Flapping here at me is going to change fuck all. And telling me to do it quicker is going to make me drag my heels even more and let you fucking flap a little bit more and expose yourselves a little bit more whilst the world keeps on waking up in the meantime anyway. So it just makes it easier when I do finally go public. Every day that passes, there's more to support me happening organically. I'm in no hurry, and all you're doing is proving how fucking desperate you guys are in the meantime. So you carry on lying about me all day, every day, to me in my church, you fucking muppets. This is going to be... Oh, God, you're so pathetic. Carry on, you fucking fools.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web. Waiting to open our kids' door.
Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? Where did all the nonsense go? In 1984.
Lurking on the World Wide Web. Lurking on the World Wide Web.
Yes, Kaylee, how can we help you, Kaylee?
Lurking on the World
I don't need your help, honey. Belly, first of all, I'm just not sure which avatar is Belly. I'd just like to say thank you for having me.
Belly's not actually on here at the moment.
Okay.
Hey guys, Kaylee, sorry, is new here, so let's let her get it all out.
I don't really.
Go on, love. Get your tits out for the.
No.
Sorry, words. I meant words. Go ahead. Go on.
Okay, I'd like to.
You got that from me, man. Get your facts out for the lads. Get your facts out for the lads, guys. You know that video when she dances? It's kind of sexy in a way, though. I have to admit. Jupes, I can't lie. You got that look in your eye. That's how you got the feathers, isn't it? That's how you got the feathers. Huh? It's all in the eye. Huh?
Stop.
Yeah. All right. Go on, Kaylee. Go on.
Please stop, man.
No, first of all, I wanted to just say thank you to Belly, because I've been told about this platform a lot of times of being a really reasonable place to be, and I've not actually tuned in before. So this is my first time, and I'm now on the panel because I've been
moderate, love, so we don't need to even.
Sorry. So what? Sorry.
Just carry on, Kaylee. Carry on.
Yeah, no, I was just saying you don't moderate, love. So there's no point kissing his ass. You don't moderate. You won't moderate no matter what. Some could be getting murdered. They still won't moderate.
Gold anyway. A golden king.
Is that huge? I don't know who you are, and I don't know why you seem to have it in for me as well. But I'm here. This is where it gets really silly.
Kaylee, just get on with it. Come on.
Get on with it, Wendy. You've made a 2-part series about me over the last couple of days, right? And I've been alerted to the fact that you're here talking about me. I've not heard what's been said, so maybe I could ask.
Text message? Was there an email that alerted you? How did that alert come?
Who are you? I don't even know who you are. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Just wondering as to the alert.
Okay, did you not pick one of my videos?
At the same time, I can't hear.
Excuse me, Shug, if you don't mind, please, brother, would you allow the lady to finish?
Oh, of course, mate, definitely will. Go on.
First name Shug, second name.
Yeah, Shug. Yeah, go on, love. Sorry, apologies.
I've got no beef with you. I don't know who you are. It's just I'm trying to be respectful. I've just been alerted to the fact that I'm being spoken about here, and I don't know.
A red flag.
Oh, for goodness sake, Wendy. Wendy, how about Wendy? You just fill me in, right? What were you talking about? And then maybe.
Okay, what you did.
Can I finish my sentence, Wendy? Is that okay?
Ask her a question, mate.
No, I didn't finish it though. I'm just going to state my fact, right? I've been alerted to the fact. Wendy.
Alerted again.
Oh, for goodness, I'll give up already. This is why I don't do panels.
Yeah,
I need a bit more thick skin than that. Come on.
Yeah, tell your mate to stop leaving stupid long paragraphs under my videos. Yeah.
Who's my mate? Wendy?
Dan Tarragon. Dan.
Well, how about you don't make hour-long fucking 2-part series about me?
Okay then, Kaylee. So I made a video about Dr. John Campbell.
Yeah.
You come along and decide to pick that video up and review it and laugh at Dr. John Campbell.
No,
yes, you did. I reviewed you and what
Wendy,
you were saying.
Wendy, this was the whole point. It was, shall we have a discussion? Now, you've already said that you don't want to go on to Ralph's. Ralph's offered to.
I won't. No,
that's absolutely fine. So I said you can either come to mine, which is really small, just keep taking down, or I can come to yours. Absolutely not a problem. I've actually just put a video up now saying I'll come over to yours, no problem. But if you want to discuss these things, let's go for it. You are so abusive in the way that you speak to people that don't agree with you, Wendy. That's my point. That's what I was making. I was actually just going to review his video, but once I saw your review of his video, I was just like, wow, this is insane. This woman is trying to make out that everybody,
literally say the words dick, stupid.
Yeah.
I can't even ding 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 how many times you called me a silly fucking cow of a woman over the last couple of days. Wendy.
Well, did you not put bleach in your kids' ears? I mean, come on.
Sorry, say that again, Wendy. I can't hear when Jupiter's talking.
Did you not put bleach in your child's ears?
No, I didn't. It's called chlorine dioxide, and if you go and look at the molecular construction of it, it's literally salt and water. That's what our bodies are made up of, right? It's perfectly legal. You can buy it on Amazon. It's FDA approved, Wendy.
FDA approved?
Yes, it is, and I can find
Well,
the
that's
link.
nothing to do with this country, is it?
No, but I mean, surely if it's legal over there.
No. There's a lot of things that are legal. A lot of things that are legal in America that are not legal here.
Okay, what you need to do, Wendy, then is go on to the Harvard Medical Board, right, and go and look on their website and see what they say is good for ear infections and earwax. They say.
So do you have your children?
Wendy.
One second, sorry, real quick. What is the the basis for your disagreement or whatever? What is?
No, we can't have it'll have to happen on my channel. Because we can't have it on here.
What is it though? What's the fundamental issue here?
Well, the topic is she's an anti-vaxxer and I'm not.
No, Wendy, you've just stated something about bleach, right? I'm just going to go back to it. You go to the Harvard Medical Journal on the internet and they will tell you that the best thing that you can do for ear infections or hardened earwax is to use hydrogen peroxide. Now, what is hydrogen peroxide?
Bleach.
Right, okay. So if Harvard are telling you that that's okay, and I used it on my children when it's legal, what's the problem?
Bleach in your kids' ears.
Sorry? It worked, Jupiter.
Wait. Hey, 1 second, guys. So just to be clear, so it started. So okay, so the fundamental issue is that you're an anti-vaxxer and that Wendy is pro-vax, yeah. And then what happened? Transformed this, mutated into you using bleach on your child.
No, I've always known about that, about the use of bleach on our children. Yeah.
So go and talk to the Harvard Medical Journal.
I'm saying, but why has that become the crux of the disagreement?
Exactly.
Well, it's not because I don't want to discuss the topic of vaccines on vellies because you could, you know what YouTube's like.
On Ralph's. Now I'll come to yours, Wendy. It's absolutely fine. You've made a 2-part series about me over the last couple of days.
It's not a 2-part series. It's all it is me reviewing you.
Okay, fair enough. So I'll come to you and we'll have a discussion, shall we?
Yeah, if you like, but you know what I'm like, Kaylee.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I know you're very insulting and very abusive. That's absolutely fine, but I've got a very thick skin because I've been dealing with this shit.
You haven't. No, you burst out crying. You say everyone's picking on you. No one's picking on you.
No one's picking on me, Wendy.
No.
Yo, good evening. I've managed to make it.
I've never been abusive to you once, Kaylee.
Oh, Wendy, just listen to any one of your videos where you mention me and listen to the way you speak about me. It's just
you called me a cunt before. I haven't cried.
Jiggling. So I've jumped on because I wanted to speak to an anti-vaxxer because I did try and speak to an anti-vaxxer a few months back and they just completely blanked me. And I think it's an interesting conversation. I mean, you know what? The interesting thing is I've never been a pro-vaxxer. That's the interesting thing. I've never been an anti-vaxxer. However, there are compelling arguments on both sides. I would definitely agree with that. I mean, the testing of vaccines.
It's a pleasure to talk to you, actually, because that's a very rational perspective. This is a new thing. This is a new thing. This isn't even termed as a vaccine as what we've had as vaccines before. Okay, this is something that's experimental until 2023. So my initial objective was not to have this mandated on our children. I did a lot of work last year, and you can take the piss out of me, Wendy and Jupiter, all day long if you want to. I did a lot of work last year, and I have a letter from Lord Bethel.
One sniff of a pair of knickers, Buddha turns up, passes out, fucks off.
That was really smart and grown up of you.
That was.
But what I don't understand is nobody, no, I haven't heard any of the government saying they were ever going to mandate anything on children.
Are you paying attention to what's going on around?
Oh,
the
I'm
world?
paying a lot of attention, more attention than
Okay.
you. I don't
Well,
watch
for goodness
videos
sake,
where they
Wendy,
test.
look, Wendy, you're not going to.
You actually said, Kaylee, that they test apples and fucking oranges, yeah, and get a positive COVID result.
Yeah, because it's happened, Wendy. I've got recordings, Wendy. I've got recordings of myself last year going into these test centres that we spent how many billions of pounds on when we've got veterans on the street, right?
Sorry, I'm back. I got kicked off. Apologies. Something about Jupiter wanting to sniff somebody's knickers. I'm not really interested at Jupiter.
What happened is upset.
Crack yourself on. Yeah, big up Gold as well. So is that James Jones as well? Big up James Jones. I don't know who's too.
I thought you were interested in the anti-vaxxer.
Yes. But I was just trying to be polite as opposed to being impolite. But
yeah.
Anyway,
going on, man? Yeah.
What was I gonna say? So you know when they test vaccines and other medications in Africa so I've always been very suspicious of big pharma with good reason. And when you see things like them testing a flu vaccine on the Polish homeless people a few years ago and them dying, there's good reason to be very suspicious of big pharma. But really and truly, what I wanted to establish with Kaylee is it. Now, Kaylee, do you acknowledge that COVID exists, or do you think it's like a made-up thing?
No, I do. The issue I've got is that a lot of things exist. And if you actually look at the inventor of the PCR test, he actually tells us that it's not... It can't do the job at hand, because what they do is they ramp it up.
Right, let's go one at a time. Let's not jump. So...
Okay.
I need to try.
Lady's got a point there. Let her run for it, because I've heard this information as well, so I can add to it.
Yeah, but Serge, the thing is, I'm a bit simple. Yeah, I'm not that bright. So if I go really quick, I'll just get confused. So I just need to kind of go one at a time. So first of all, you do acknowledge that there is a virus called COVID that is killing people. Yeah.
I acknowledge that there's a virus.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you think it's killing people, the virus?
Now this is where I get a bit confused, because even by their own statistics, it's got a 99.97% survival rate, and the average age of death due to COVID is actually higher than the average age of death for natural things. And most people that die of COVID, or they say with COVID, this is where it gets a bit tricky. They say die.
Comorbidity issue you're talking about.
Yeah,
so somebody's sick with something and then getting COVID compounds it. Okay, and then they blame the COVID as opposed to the initial disease or illness. Okay, cool.
All right. My main point.
That's a fair point. I've got to agree. The numbers are very misleading, to be fair.
If I could just say, right, that my main issue is that I don't go around telling anybody else what to think or what to do. I got involved in this because I could see a while back that it might slip into the realms of having our children have to take the vaccine to like go to school or do anything else, even the 17-18-year-olds, where they're telling them they need to have a fucking passport to be able to
are you mainly concerned only with the children? Is that the issue?
That was exactly what I started out with a year and a half ago. Yeah.
All right, cool. So look at this now.
All grown-ups
I
are free
think,
to
speak
choose.
bluntly, just say that it's bullshit, innit? Like, you've obviously heard about the PCR test. Like, Elon Musk, they deleted all his tweets and whatever he said. He tested 3 or 4 times. It was negative, and he wanted to test the theory. He was in Sweden, wanted to test the theory. Eventually, it came positive. If you keep testing, that's the thing with PCR test. If you keep testing, it will eventually show you a positive. It's this you've heard as well. So that's the beauty of a PCR test. You test less, you can play with the figures, you'll get a lower. Yeah, but I'm speaking. You can't keep jumping.
I know you're speaking, but I'm trying to understand what position you're speaking from.
And if you keep testing on a PCR test, you will get positive.
We're not talking about PCR tests.
That's why it's a perfect test. If
you see, this is why
you will get less.
The thing is, Kaylee, I was trying to have a conversation with you, and it was going very well.
And the man who actually invented it.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yo,
When he does that,
Alright, stop arguing.
Guys,
everyone, relax. Yeah, relax. Hold on. Firstly, Buddha, obviously, Shug should be able to contribute. Shug, same way. I don't see why Buddha can't.
God.
Like, I mean, I don't see why man can't just have a freeway conversation.
Yeah, but James, clearly a conversation was being had amicably between myself and Kaylee, and then Shug gets in his emotions and wants to be his and attention. But go ahead, Shug.
Compared to who? And how do you know about my emotions if you don't know who I am?
Go ahead, speak, man. Tell us what you want to tell us.
Shut the fuck up. How about that?
You're a tough guy. Is this what it is? Apologies, you're a tough guy. I should have known.
No, but the lady, if you want to add about the PCR, maybe you can.
What color hair you got? Have you got pink hair?
You know?
No, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I know, innit?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's. Yeah,
what do you think of the PCR test, Kaylee?
What do I did them, Wendy? Have you listened to him?
Didn't he invent the lateral flow tests?
No, he's right. And this is what I'm saying. I did a lot of I'll call it freelance journalism because I don't know how else to define when this all started. Okay, I went into talk to you in a second if that's okay. If we can just do it one-on-one, respectful. I'm not going to call anybody names. All right, but Wendy, in response,
listen, I'm gonna have to jump off. So, do you know what? Can I just ask one question, if I may? And you can go back to a PCR test and whatever it is. So, the reason I was asking about the whether you accept that there's COVID and stuff like that is a simple one, because I hear where you guys are coming from when you're talking about the vaccine.
If you don't want,
because everyone's gonna get it.
We know what it is, isn't it?
Everyone's gonna get it.
More people, listen carefully. More people have died previous year. Get that your head.
I don't go on panels.
Yeah? That people dying up for years. No.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your input.
Right, Jupiter, if we're allowed the platform, you can take that up with me afterwards, but I believe it would have been...
Go ahead. You know what? Just the issue, you know?
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, the question was, given that, and he said that it doesn't exist, or other people died. All right, fine. Agree that it does exist. What would be your solution? Not if you're not going to use that situation, Kaylee.
All right, you're addressing me. In all honesty, right, I've not seen the isolated infection. Neither is anybody. Not one sign actually be able to see it, and that's
why are they going to let you
Wendy,
see it?
Please, Wendy, can we just talk in a second and let me finish talking to Bada Bing, please? Okay. Yeah. We can talk. We can. Oh, okay. I'm not convinced. I know there's something going around, but I also know that the flu goes around, the cold goes around, out there killing people, because I don't pick instinct, but I don't then berate other people their perception on something. Now, I've never seen.
But you do. You do.
Wendy, please,
because
Wendy.
you
No.
had a go at.
Wendy, can you just chill for a second? We'll talk in a minute. Butterbing needs to go soon. I'm trying to.
I don't care what Butterbing needs to do. He's
Oh,
a
for
king.
goodness sake,
Right?
Wendy,
He's a fucking king. I don't care.
Well, anyway, listen, it's been interesting. I'll jump off and I'll let you guys carry on.
Yeah.
Maybe
Bye.
we can talk. You can't even let a discussion be had. This is
why.
Because what again, Wendy, if you just let me speak for a moment, okay? I actually found some hope in what was put out there. Remember exactly where he was reading it from, but it's been all over the news today, right? That they are now not going to get it, right? Because everyone's going to get it. That's what he was saying. That's fear porn to me. That's
no,
fear
it's
porn.
not. No, it's not. It's endemic in society.
Yeah, so
and
it's
like a cold, right?
When we shut the world down over
all
a cold.
of us get a cold at some point.
Yeah, so when have we ever shut
it
down
just
the
goes
entire
to
world?
show that everyone's going to end up coming face to face with this
Absolutely.
virus.
Most people need a fucking test that doesn't work to tell them that they've even got it, right? We know when we've got the
No,
cold.
they're not even testing anymore, you fool. Your attitude that makes me say that.
Is it my attitude?